So, as we're talking about tools for raising our consciousness, there's a wonderful quote by Mark Twain, which is that travel is the cure for prejudice and ignorance. And so now we're going to give it a 2024 spin. Travel is a way to achieve higher consciousness because it expands our awareness, it expands our horizons. So I'm really grateful that I've been able to get hold of one of the great world-class travelers and travel guides, who also happens to be one of my dearest friends, and that's Kutira Decosterd. She leads journeys, which we're going to learn all about, all over the world, including exotic places such as Bhutan. But she has also created a remarkable and very beautiful eco-retreat in Maui. It's my favorite place to go to. It's where, when I got married, my wife and I stayed there. She performed our wedding ceremony, and she's a very beloved and blessed friend. So welcome back to the Awakening World, Kutira.
Well, aloha, and thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be in your show. Thank you.
So I'm going to start by showing the video of your Maui retreat. Let's take a look at it, and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions about it. And this is your home that I can remember you first showing me when we were up on Point Surrender, looking at the land. It was just jungle, and you had a vision, and this is what your vision has manifested.
Yeah.
Lai o vai ale la I vai lua ho kia lai kalani ka papa au vai a ka vai kini ala ia la e no na loka ipuha a ka lau la mau ka o ka pae mai pa I ka leo heo le ka hea mai e kumamaloko
And by the way, everybody, that was Kutira. Her voice, the first part, the Hawaiian chant, was Kutira, who does beautiful music with her husband, Raphael. So tell us a little bit, when people come to Maui into your eco-retreat, what are some of the things that they're going to experience that's going to help uplift their spirits and raise their consciousness?
You know, it surprises me each time again and again when people say, as soon as I came to the land and stepped onto your land, I felt spirit touching me. And in the beginning, it was kind, yeah, that sounds really great. But you know what? It is really happening. Our land is so spiritual because we have been the caretaker now for over 30 years, and we have treated the land with utmost respect and developed it with such care and love and rituals. So when people come in a space where they can be in a magnetic field, free field, and feel the rituals, the places, the blessings, away from the hustle and bustle, they start to focusing into themselves. But who is the teacher? nature. The nature around you is what gives you new insights and like new beginnings and new letting go. And yes, I really remember so much with you, Scott, when we were on Point Surrender and we envisioned the land. The land was just a piece of jungle. There was nothing on it. And now, if you come back, this was actually an older movie, an older video. We have put so much more beauty in it. And another thing I have to tell you, which is incredible, what people say when they come, they got touched by our chickens. I have 27 lady hens. I picked them up at the airport where they were a day old. I took all of them out, gave them a little kiss, brought them to the water and nurtured them till they could roam around. When they see anybody, or especially me, they come like a flock running to you and want to be picked up and petted. That
Wow.
is beauty, and the animals and people get to experience just the love of the land. And so where can you go somewhere better than to our place? We're also totally off the grid, sustainable, have our own water, our own electricity, our own roads. We are really self-sustainable.
Beautiful. Now, we're going to take a look at a second. A lot of people have always fantasized about going to Tahiti. So you were leading a tour to Tahiti. And again, we're going to take another look at a video for a minute that'll tell us a little bit about that.
Imagine yourself on a journey to Tahiti, where you will experience an adventure like no other. You will find yourself immersed in a world of natural wonder and vibrant marine life. Each day you will set out on a private boat with local stewards of this beautiful environment. Your mission: to swim with the whales and immerse yourself in their world. As you glide through the water, the majestic whales will surround you. The gaze of a whale will connect you with an ancient wisdom that has existed for millennia. And when you encounter their newborn babies, you will be filled with a sense of joy and wonder as you witness the miracle of life in the heart of the ocean. Come, celebrate the island life, its people, and the profound connection between humanity and nature. Maruru, thank you.
Beautiful. And when is the Tahiti tour taking place?
That's on October 5th to the 12th. And why Tahiti? If I'm living on Maui, the whales come here too.
Right.
But I want you to know that for me, of working with Dr. John Lilly for so many years and being immersed in with whales and dolphins was a part of my life. And then when he died, that was in 2000 something, and also everything changed here on Maui. The regulation became very, very strict. You cannot swim with whales here anymore. You get fined very heavily. So last year I got to Tahiti and there was like free. You could interact with them. I got back into the groove of what I had with John Lilly. And that's why Tahiti is the perfect place if you really want to swim with whales, where you want to see them underwater, where you would like to see the looking into their eyes or being close to them. And the waters is nice. And another thing which, when I arrived 30 years or 38 years on Maui, I remember very well how the coral reefs and everything was around at that time. It's no longer on Maui that bright on corals because they have really taken some beating from the big high tourism. And in Tahiti, it's like I arrived 30 years ago. So it's a little island, and if you want to come with me, please, I would be happy to go swimming with you.
And you know, it's a whole other story, but many of you might remember John Lilly. He was who created the whole idea of the cetacean nation. They basically made a movie about him called Altered States. And I had the good fortune to get to know him through you, Kutira. Kutira was like his adopted daughter, and she would go out with him on whale watchings. We went on a few together. I remember being with you for his 80th birthday party also. And he was really, really quite a significant person. All right, the last adventure that we're going to learn about that Kutira leads people to is to the extraordinary and unique country of Bhutan. And Bhutan is a very magical country. And once again, let's take a look at a short video about her upcoming tour to Bhutan.
Kuzu Sampo. Many greetings from Bhutan. As you can see behind me is the famous tiger's nest.
I just came from there. I'm hiking out, having lunch up there in the mountains, overlooking the beautiful valley. I have been here many times, and each time hiking up to this magnificent, mystical, magical place touches my heart and embraces my soul. This is my invitation for you to join me for next year, or this coming year if you watch it later. Come, this is a magical land, and there's so much I can show you.
Namaste, Dashi Delek, and Kuzu Sampo again.
Now, one of the things that makes it very unique to go to Bhutan with you, please, we need to be brief because we're running out of time, but tell us a little bit about your unique relationship with the Queen of Bhutan and how you're able to get into really special places because of that connection that you have.
Well, I'm trying to be very brief. It's just kind of like, I guess, a past life. We brought me to Bhutan, but I have been now going for so many years, almost 20 years. And if I add up all the time I have spent in Bhutan, comes almost to 4 years. It's very long. And I be at the advisory board of the Nuns Foundation. I do believe that the helping the nuns, who are actually the women who go into the little villages and teaching the girls and everything. They are like the social workers or the nurses, which we have here. And they need to be educated so they can educate the other people. And so I'm really enjoying to be part of that. But more or less, I love this country because it touches you on a level you don't know it in the moment when it happens. Afterwards, you suddenly come like, wow. And it's a love affair of the heart so deeply with that country that when you walk up to a nunnery or a monastery or to a sacred place or you meet people, it's really like another world. And many people call it the Shangri-La or well, I can only say Bhutan will grab your heart and you want to go and see something and experience. It's an experience.
So to learn more about all of this, to learn more about her tours, go to Bhutan, Bhutan, ECO, retreat.com. And that's where you can learn all about her different tours. What you may want to do is, and she's been to Nepal, that's another tour coming up in November. Tahiti, we just saw in October. And of course, at any time you can come to Maui, especially she's got a special Manifest Your Dreams retreat in July. I might come out for that one. So again, go to bhutanecoretreat.com. And if you click tours, that's where you can get all the specific information about each of these amazing places that Kutira leads. Again, I wanted to have her here because she is really, truly one of my dearest friends in the world. I've known her for, gosh, what, 35 years, something like that now?
I think 38 almost.
Yeah, 38 years. And she performed the wedding ceremony for my wife and I, and she's just a gem. And so any opportunity to travel and to be with Kutira, whether it's in Maui or Bhutan or Tahiti or Nepal, is a blessing. Thank you, Kutira, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today.
Well, thank you so much, Scott, for your love. And yes, in 2 hours, I'm on my way to Switzerland and Greece. But I want you to know something. For all the concert which Raphael and I gave, we had no better person who announced us to the people than Scott. that was always a highlight for me, how you brought Raphael and me in our concerts to the people. You are
Yeah.
really doing so much good work, and thank you for being in my life for all the years. And thank you for everybody who watches, and please just write to me or call me. Love to hear from all of you. Namaste.
Stay. Now must go.